Okie dokie. Artichoke. This is not showing up at all. Maybe we should turn up the gain. And we're going to. Okay, this is with the gain turned up on. Ooh. Oh, okay. Okay, so it has come to my attention that some people just want to hear me talk in a regular voice. So I'm going to be talking in a regular voice for this video instead of whispering. Oh, God, no. Stop it. My fucking computer. Oh, well. Anyways, so I have been informed that some people just want to hear my regular voice and me talking about whatever. You can barely hear my laptop fan, but unfortunately, my microphone, I got a new microphone, by the way. Oh, you can also hear background noises. That's cool. Well, this is what I get for not recording in the middle of the night. It is actually currently 9:26 a.m. on a Saturday. Oh, by the way, hi, my name is Emmy. I'm baked but awake. Yeah, this is me. And my first videos were ASMR, but, or well, at least we're trying to be ASMR, but I think my microphone settings were all stupid, and although I want to go back to it, I'm not sure how effective it will be. I will continue to make ASMR videos because that is what I truly want to do. But I also wanted to try to do like a podcasty type thing, but at the same time, me rambling is just, I don't think anyone really wants to listen to it except for when they're falling asleep. Because if I don't know, I just have experience where like my voice will lull people to sleep if I'm just chattering away like I do. Yeah, so this is my new microphone. It is so my old microphone that I was using was a Blue Yeti Nano, which is phone compatible, but the gain is all fucked up when you plug it into a phone. So I was using it with my laptop, but it does not have stereo. Oh shit. I have too much junk in my room. Anyways, it's not stereo, so it was making the ASMR tingles a little bit lackluster. Um, so yeah, new microphone. This one is just a normal Blue Yeti. I like it so far. It's really fun to play with. Yeah. So I think I might just do like these rambly, listen to me, pretend to have a conversation as things instead of podcasting, because I find that the podcasts that I enjoy, they're usually multiple people and there's a conversation going. Um, Versus the solo podcasts have a lot of dead space, and I find that when I'm talking like I'm talking to a person, even though there's no one here, I'm alone in my room. I actually have to wake my sister up soon. But I find when I just talk, it's a lot smoother and there's a lot less pauses, or the pauses are a lot um, less grand, I guess. So yes, this is Baked But Awake, which is, let's go into that, I guess. So Baked But Awake was one of those things where I'm like, heh heh heh, I'm baked, like smoking weed, and I'm also awake at stupid hours of the night. Like for example, I didn't sleep last night. I stayed up. Um, I was actually chatting with a friend who fell asleep, which is one of the reasons why I'm recording this now, because I'm thinking other people like to fall asleep on the phone, but they find it kind of rude. So doing that kind of like I'm listening, but I'm like floating away on a cloud, while in a phone call or video call, especially for people who don't do that. Like they don't have people in their lives who will take the time to just talk to them while they're drifting off to sleep, or in the middle of the night, no one's up. No one wants to talk to them, but like they don't really have energy anyways because they're falling asleep, that kind of thing. Which, cool, yeah, I'm down to be part of that. Let me enter your ear holes and I don't know, make a little Emmy home in there, little baked but awake Emmy home inside your ear holes. Yummy. Uh, I am currently. Oh, I just showered, which is so refreshing. We're gonna get a heat wave coming soon in the city that I live in. Which, if you don't know, I live in. Well, I live in Toronto, or I guess more specifically, I live in the GTA. A, because we're Canadian. Um, and so heat waves coming, but also a lot of rain. A lot of rain, which is good for the grass, bad for social life, but I also don't go outside anymore. It would seem like, not to rant, but it seems like most of the people. Oh my fucking god. How do I do this? Dismiss. And how do I get rid of these fucking notifications? Okay, clear all. And yeah, I'm still recording this. I'm gonna include it. Because these little interruptions are pissing me off. And if I was doing ASMR, it would suck. Oh, computer's working hard. Working hard or hardly working? That's a good question. What do I search? What do I search? Settings. I don't have my glasses on either, so I have to like do that stupid like. Is that what it really says or no? Notifications. Here we go. Turn off notifications. Thank you. Goodbye. All right. So, hopefully there shouldn't be any more interruptions. What was I talking about? Oh, rain. Rain. Good for grass, bad for going out. Social life. No. Oh, yes. I find, not to rant, but I find that with the pandemic pretty much coming to an end, even though, yes, there's still shit going on related to the pandemic, but like, there's also monkeypox and like, all of my friends who are more on the right are very vocal about conspiracies and all that shit. And then on the left, they're all just kind of like, I don't even want to think about it anymore. I don't want to like do anything about it anymore. I just want to live my life, which, you know, cool, whatever. I don't really care either way because I don't go outside. And even if I did go outside, it seems like everybody's moving on with their life and I'm kind of just like hanging out, which is fine. No complaints. I can entertain myself with my little plantos. I have my OG Kush, which I just topped the other day, which is cutting off the top little growth so it focuses more on growing outward than upward, which increases your yield, I think. Um, I have never topped my plants myself. When I was living with an ex who used to grow plants, we used to like grow them together, but it was mostly them. And I would mostly just like help trim and then occasionally water because it was like their project and whatever. But now I'm growing my own plant, and she's doing great. She's she's thriving, and I'm hoping that my room doesn't get too cold before she's done with her whole process. We also have our pineapple plant, which thanks TikTok for making me want to do a pineapple plant. All it is you twist off the top of a really ripe pineapple. You pluck off the lower leaves. Sometimes there's a little root growing. It kind of looks like an orchid root. Um, but you just take that off and then plop it in some soil. Give it lots of love. Talk to it. You know, water it. Don't overwater it because then it gets all gross looking. But I've had it since, what does that say? May 31st? So May 31st is probably when I planted it. But she's thriving. She's doing great. I'm hoping one day to have a little baby pineapple because that would be adorable. I have my Pathos or Devil's Ivy. I have two of those. One of them is now in my bathroom, so that's cool. The one in the bathroom's still in Leica, but it's like doing a lot better than the one in soil. The one in soil has two leaves. The one in the bathroom has three. But the leaves are smaller in the bathroom. I will say that. I also bought some fresh dill recently, and it had roots attached to it, so I'm trying to grow that. But I'm not sure how it's taking. But give her time, or him, it. Give the plant time. I also have my apple seed. Apple seed is doing, or apple plant seedling, a plant from an apple seed, which is growing quite nicely. I don't really think any of these will yield any fruit, and that's okay because I just kind of want a green space. Um, just because I don't go outside. I have mint trying to propagate here, and some Leica. I love Leica. It's so good. Leica is lightweight. No, wait, lightweight expanded clay aggregate, which is just it's a growth medium that is pretty set it and forget it for the most part. But if you kill plants, try Leica. Leica's pretty good. And I have my lemon plants, three of those babies. Oh, and like a bunch of them in just like a pop bottle. And I have my strawberry plants, which strawberries take forever to grow, like the plants. Which I mean, I can't really blame them because they come from such a small seed. But yeah, they're doing great. I love my plants. And I think someone's calling me. Okay, yeah, there was some commotion or whatever. But we're just gonna get back to talking. So, I forgot what I was talking about. So I'm gonna sing this song until I remember. I'm really hoping the audio on this isn't too because that would be annoying. But I'll still post it anyways. Who cares? Who gives a shit? No one's gonna listen to it anyways. And if you do and you like it, that's cool. Oh, crocheting projects. Obviously, I've been crocheting a different style of hat, which has been an interesting journey because the pattern asks for a super large hook, but then it looks stupid when you put it on. Um, I've been learning the tapestry stitch, which is fun. A big thing about the tapestry stitch is that the yarn gets tangled really easily. That's no fun. Nobody likes that. Um, yeah, I'm kind of running out of things to say. This is like one of the reasons why I was like, podcast probably not for me because I run out of stuff to talk about since I don't write anything down and not yet at least. And I'm not super politically charged, so I can't really be like right freedoms. And also, I don't really want I don't really care. I don't care about a lot of things. The things I do care about are like sleep. And okay, yeah, people in my life and stuff, but like sleep is forever. Sleep is my forever bae. Yeah. I don't really know what else to talk about without getting into like deeper things. Maybe I guess like okay, let's take a turn down single person bullshit lane. I am fine with being single. Mostly because I don't want to settle. And by settle, I mean, oh, like, I'm not super great looking, I don't think. Which, I've come to terms with. I don't really put in a lot of work either to look great. So it's not really one of my selling features. But in the world of swiping and dating apps, it's annoying because you get just like fucking incels. So many incels who are like, come over. Or like they don't have their own place and they're like, oh, let's go for a drive. It's like, I don't know you. This is like, isn't that how so many of these murder stories happen? Like, I'm not into true crime, but like, my dad's into true crime, but don't people just like, oh, I don't know anything about him, but I'm gonna get into his car. And then you get into his car, and then like, no one sees them ever again. And you're not gonna just like tell people like, oh hey, I'm leaving the house at like 4 a.m. to go like fuck a random dude, which I like. The players, people who game, I understand like you enjoy it, you do it for sport, but it gets really fucking annoying when you're trying to like actually find a connection with someone. Because people who game are very. A lot of them are very shitty at it. I will say that. There are so many guys who think they think they are the shit. And they'll do anything to get your phone number. And like, who even uses their phone number anymore? Like, get my Instagram. Oh, but it's not the same if I get. I'm not saving your number so that you can just like have my number. Also, don't hit me up like a year later being like, remember me? No, I don't fucking remember you. You never had the balls to meet up. And now you're just gonna text me being like, remember me? You're not special. Like, my type is very cookie cutter, which is probably bad. But, I mean, I like what I like, you know? And, for example, someone reached out to me and they were like, do you remember me? And then they said, I was like, no. And then they're like, my name is, okay, let's make up a fake name here. My name is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And I'm like, which Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Cinnamon Toast Crunch who was in the army? Cinnamon Toast Crunch who was in the Navy? Cinnamon Toast Crunch who worked on cars? Cinnamon, like, which one? You have such a common name. Like, Cinnamon Toast Crunch isn't common, but their name is common. And like, I've noticed with like dating apps or whatever, part of the algorithm seems to factor in names. So like, for example, if a Josh comes onto my screen and I swipe right, I'm gonna get like 30 people named Josh, and they're all the same. Like, they don't all look the same, but they're all the same, like, fuckboy, whatever. I wish that, like, more people had game. Because it's really depressing. Although, again, being single is way better than settling for a bunch of people who don't even want relationships. And I'm not even trying to like rush into a relationship, like even casual. I'm like, can we have a conversation? No, then like why would I want you inside me? That doesn't make any sense to me. But that, I mean, aside from that, I think everybody's just like super pent up horniness from the pandemic. Which, you know, if you weren't going out and getting laid during the pandemic because like you were worried about, like, I don't know, killing your parents or something, that's on you. You have a hand. If you have a job, go buy a fucking sex toy. Like, they make them for men too, and I've heard mixed reviews on it, but it's better than bringing your incel energy into my life. Like, keep it out of my life. Go bother your boys with your incel energy. And this is the thing, I don't find that women, at least the women who I talk to, have this like same incel energy. It seems to be only men. There are women like that who do have the incel energy, but it's mostly men. And they go like really sour really fast. It's like, hi, DTF? Obviously not. I don't know anything about you. You have one picture, it's grainy and far away. Plus, you're in a different city, like Mississauga or like Richmond Hill or Newmarket, and I don't have a car, and plus, gas prices are going up, and I don't really want to take a like 2 hour plus transit ride from like the East End all the way to a different city. It doesn't make sense to me, especially because like what are we gonna like hook up? You want me to come? You want me to travel that far for a hookup? Like at least pick me up. And even if you pick me up, like be a decent person too, because there's so many factors that tie into it. And I find that one of the problems with people who game, back to gaming, one of the problems with people who game, and again, is like pickup artistry, not like video games, which I also don't play video games, which everybody's like, what do you mean you don't play video games? Like, no ooh gamer girl? Yeah, no ooh gamer girl. I don't play the video games. But the people who try to game have zero game, and a lot of them have been out of practice, whatever. But it's not a good sign if you're like saying, I'm looking for a relationship, but then you're like, oh, hookup culture, blah blah blah. You're not looking for a relationship. Can you change your damn status? Because it's really hard to weed out the people who are like, I don't know what I want yet. I'm in a relationship. But like, don't act like it. And then people are like, oh, girls are so clingy. Yeah, if you say you want a relationship, then most girls will take you at your word. Or, I mean, they might not believe you at all, but then you're not getting anywhere. Yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about. So, I'm gonna leave it on the note of people suck, and if you're gonna game, can you go out there and like make up for the lost time so that when you message me being like, let's hook up, at least there's some chemistry there. This is from just like a single person. Other people might not say the same thing, but this is my perspective, and this is my recording, and you don't have to listen to any of it. And it's really hard to ramble. It's only been 23 minutes. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble and rant, and hopefully there can be more ideas about things to talk about. Don't take anything I say in this or ever too seriously unless we're having a explicitly serious conversation. This is meant just to be something to play in the background while you fall asleep. Yeah. Alright. Good night.